The Bic lighter, it's one of the most convenient ways to start a fire. It's just really simple to use, they're inexpensive, they're just great. And I keep these in all of my different packs. But one of the problems with a Bic lighter is that sometimes this little button can get pushed and release all the fuel. Or this little wheel gets corroded. Or sometimes, and it seems to when I really need a fire, these just don't work. But one of the biggest problems is when you light it and you need to light something at a weird angle, especially if it's upside down. I mean, it'll burn you, it'll bite you. Well, I recently came across the Dissim. This is an inverted lighter, and it really looks funky, it looks cool. But when you press it, you have a nice candle flame. It's a low temp flame. Then you can take it and turn it upside down, and you can light it upside down. And this is a great way to light those candles that are deep in a candle jar or a lot of other things. Plus, again, it just looks great. There are times where I'm trying to light a fire and it's just difficult to get to. They also have their high temp, windproof torch lighter. And so this gives you that option as well. Now, I was looking at the Obai website and I came across these lighters and I wanted to check them out. And so Obai sent these for this review. You get a 10% discount using Sootch00 when you check out, and they are a sister company to Olight. The Dissim inverted lighters. This is something, guys, that honestly, I mean, it's a beautiful lighter. I like it. I love to create fire. I love to look for different options for my EDC kits. But this is very practical for every day, because one of the big things about this lighter is that you can light it like this, and then you can actually turn it upside down and light it this way without getting burned. And if you've ever lit a candle that's in a jar, you can get burned really quickly. And that doesn't matter if you have a match or not. But I've also found at times that when I'm trying to build a fire outside, I have a small little fire I'm starting. Sometimes the tinder, the way it is very difficult to get to. And so this just gives you another option. And really, to be honest, I just think these are super cool and I love to see innovation. So while this one is the torch lighter. So it gives you the torch, which a lot of people love. It's a high temp, tight flame. And then, of course, the soft candle light gives you that traditional light. For cigars, a lot of times I like this kind of torch lighter. It really gets the end burning. Now, these are both butane filled, and it's really simple to do. I'll show you how to fill it up. It's not a big deal. And of course, again, the flames are adjustable. But this angled port is really what the secret of this lighter is. And you can see the torch lighter is covered. And so the soft candle light is not. And I mean, it just makes it really simple to be able to get flame right at your fingertips. One thing I noticed is the lettering is written toward the top on this side and then toward the bottom on the other side. And I don't know that that matters, but when you're spinning them around, you know, it just gives you another look to them. The copper color, I like it, contrasting with the black. And then, of course, the gunmetal gray on the black. But this rubberized finish, it's not only just soft to the touch and just comfortable, it also gives you a little bit of bite to be able to hold on to a little better. But a very simple lighter, really. And yet, it gives you some capability you don't get with standard lighters. It's 3.5 inches in length, it's 1.8 inches wide, and it's 0.6 inches in width. It's a very thin lighter, but actually it's a fairly large size lighter. Honestly, to me, I would carry something like this. If I was with a bunch of friends, we were smoking cigars, this would make a great option. And it's almost like a barbecue lighter, but yet it has that capability. For my fire kits, I'm always looking for different options, and this is definitely one that would be just outside the box that I would like to use. The big thing is you've got to keep it filled with butane, and it should last pretty long, just as it is, especially when you keep that flame at a medium light or a medium height. And so it's just going to give it that light, and then again, I can just, with my finger, I can actually turn this up and brighten that flame. And they weigh about 3 ounces, so they have actually a little bit of heft to them. And one thing about the candlelight is that it's going to be low temp, but it's not going to be resistant to wind. And that's one of the things about your torch lighter. You know, it is resistant to wind, and so it gives you that added capability. I think if I was going to take one of the other in my fire kit, it would definitely be the torch lighter. And when you get your lighter, it comes in a really nice box, and there is an internal box just like this. It does come with full instructions on how to set this up, but I'm just going to show you. And so we take our lighter, and then here on the side is your port. And so you want to take a small little punch or a screwdriver, and you just push it. And what that does is relieve any kind of pressure that's inside the tank. And definitely once you fill it up, you're going to need to do that when you do a refill. Go ahead and turn your dial to the lowest setting. Then we're going to take our butane, and then in that same port, we're just going to fill it up for 5 seconds. Now we want to leave it sitting for, it says 4 minutes. So that way it evaporates any kind of fuel that's around the outside, and it just allows it to set. So for 5 minutes. Take your traditional Bic lighter, and you got to really be careful not to burn yourself. Now I can do it, but the deeper this gets into this jar, the more difficult it is. Now when it comes to the Dissim inverted lighter, I can get my hand out of the way. I can light that really easily. Then with the torch flame, I mean, this thing goes like crazy. I mean, it's high temp and it lights it quick. And when you have tinder and you're trying to get it in a good place without having to adjust a lot, it really makes it nice just to be able to get that flame where you need to, especially if it takes a little bit longer to get that going. When I'm trying to do that with a Bic lighter, it doesn't take long for holding it there that you got to be careful because it'll come back and it'll bite you. I'm not saying it can't be done. Then when you have your torch lighter, that thing lights up quick. Now my absolute favorite way to use a lighter I don't even need to invert it. But if I do, yes, it's according to what situation I'm in. Now when it comes to the low temp candle flame, these run $54.99. When you come to the porch windproof lighter, these run $79.99. And you do get a 10% discount using Sootch 00, so that lessens it. Plus, it's free shipping on these. And they both have lifetime warranties, which I thought was pretty cool. But guys, you may not want to put one of these in your fire kit and put it away. You may want to carry this to a barbecue where you guys are smoking a couple of cigars and you have really great light. Plus, if you need to light a candle for the ladies, you can do that as well. Also with the torch windproof lighter, Obi does send one of these small little cases, and you can slip it in there and protect your lighter. And there's a number of things you can use for this. Guys, again, Bic lighters, convenient, easy to use, but you turn it like that and you get bit. With the Dissim, bring it out like this, turn it upside down. I mean, no matter which way you go, you have fire. And again, guys, fire is a vital survival tool. And this just gives you another advantage. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. So guys, lighters, they're great. But when you turn them upside down, you get burnt. In fact, you can get your hand completely out of the way. Now this is the low temp candle mode, but there's also, candle mode, what is a candle mode? So they're very compact, yet they are a larger lighter. Like I'm saying. Now I found this on the Obi website, and now I found these on the Obi website, and now I found these on the, good Lord. I found these on the Obi, I'm gonna start over again. Gars. Light something that's down and you have to get to it. This lights invertedly. So this lights invertedly. What the freaking heck is that? You know, you can identify this lighter. Now it has this rubberized coating that comes all the way around it. Have I already said that? I think I've already freaking said that. Lord have mercy.